You can prevent the bars on a crib from becoming the bars of a jail cell. If you can lend a hand or need parenting support, call 222-5555. Help a child take the first steps to a great start.
Bending over backwards at its best. Catch our Olympic excitement beginning July 25th here on Channel 8.
If it's not dangerous, they won't do it on the next Good Evening.
It's amazing the number of people you can find who trust their lives with you.
They're fanatical, they're fearless, they're French. See how they've taken excitement to new heights. Then, Rita Rudner has a secret.
I'm naked beneath my clothes. Are you?
See how this lady of laughs got famous for being funny by accident. Plus, weight training for kids. How young is too young? Monday at 7:30 on Channel 8.
You can prevent the bars on a crib from becoming the bars of a jail cell. You can make a difference in a child's life. Treat children gently and positively. If you can lend a hand or need parenting support, call 222-5555. Help a child take the first steps to a great start.
We're beaming with Olympic pride beginning July 25th.
The Challenge. Pedal 200 miles from Seattle to Portland with 10,000 cyclists. For most, it's a two-day ride. For some, the real test is to ride the entire route in one day. Under 9 hours, powered by strength, willpower, and determination. This is the 1992 Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic, commonly known as the STP.
The STP Adventure is brought to you by G.I. Joe's, your sports and auto store.
I'm a little nervous, yeah. But I'm excited about it.
Scared to death.
Yes, we're scared to death.
Petrified.
No, not us. We're not nervous.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
The time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things, like ships at sea and sealing wax and cabbages and kings. That's what that means.
Excuse me, is Uzo the secret to success today?
Yeah, we're counting on it.
I turned 40 here in about 3 weeks, so this is my midlife crisis move. Instead of running a marathon, I'm gonna ride the STP.
These are dedicated cyclists. They not only wake well before dawn to begin a 200-mile odyssey, they are among the chosen few who registered early enough to receive a coveted spot in the STP. Organizers limit the ride to the first 10,000 who sign up. Within 4 weeks of opening registration, this year's STP was filled, and hundreds had to be turned away. In the 13 years since its inception, the Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic has become the largest organized long-distance ride in the Pacific Northwest.
Hi, I'm David Gillen, ready to join the thousands of other cyclists here at Seattle's Kingdome for the start of the 1992 STP ride. Now, notice I said ride, not race, because everybody will be pedaling at their own pace. Like most bicyclists, it'll take me 2 days to cover this nearly 200-mile route, but there are some bicyclists who'll travel from Seattle to Portland in just 1 day. These are the lightning speed cyclists, testing their stamina and endurance. We'll follow them and the rest of the pack as our special coverage of the 1992 STP Adventure continues.
Uh-oh. G.I. Joe's is having a 4th of July sale. Look out! Shh! Academy 5-pound oversized sleeping bags are $29.99. Whoa, big fella. Men's or women's Asics gel running shoes are $29.97. And Pennzoil motor oil, $1.09 a quart. Just the thing for a hot summer afternoon. But you better hurry. After the 4th, it's history.
Ever wonder what your favorite celebrities are really like?
Hey. You and I out of the town.
We could do well. But what they really think.
Tell me the truth. Could you take a Barbara Walters interview? No. Okay.
Then turn to Regis and Kathy Lee.
You know what I wish I had that he has?
Yes.
And get the inside scoop.
I always look good in my nightgown.
On Live.
Reach, you devil, you.
Weekdays at 9, right here on Channel 8.
These bronzed beauties live for the sun.
Everyone says, oh, where'd you get your tan? It looks so great.
But Barbara almost died for it.
This is the results.
Doesn't risking death bother these sun worshippers?
Can't always be worrying about everything because it'll drive you crazy.
But actress Susan Anton disagrees.
When you're young, you just think it's never going to end.
She asks, is a tan worth your life?
Don't kid yourself.
Next, Sally.
Monday at 4 on Channel 8.
I like to think of sports coverage as almost an art form within itself. We'll give you all the scores, but we'll try to touch them up with a few surprises here and there. That was kind of weird. And since I don't have time to show you absolutely everything, I have to decide what we're going to keep and what we're going to toss out. And when I'm covering a sports story, I like to use bold strokes. And of course, what makes it all complete, the highlights.
For sports coverage that works and plays for you, draw on us, News 8 Sports.
Take a look good for the camera.
We started in March. Started out with 25, 40-mile rides, and worked our way up to 60 and 70-mile rides. Probably 500 or 600 miles total.
Been training a lot?
No, but I teach aerobics 12 times a week, so we'll see how that carries me through.
First time on a bicycle today?
Yeah, not today. I rode down from the hotel.
Right.
The only training rides I've done are 50 miles and 60 miles, and that's it.
So you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm a runner, so there's no problem.
What'd you eat for dinner last night?
Pizza.
Pizza? A lot of it?
3 big slices. Well, about 2.5 big slices.
Lots of pasta.
A lot of pasta.
Lots of pasta.
A cheeseburger.
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today.
A muffin with salami, that's it.
Muffin with salami?
Yeah.
For breakfast?
That's right.
All right. Go get them.
Beginning a ride with thousands and thousands of other cyclists can be a tricky proposition. But unlike a race, the STP does not feature a mass start. Riders just take off when they're ready, which is fortunate because trying to jockey for a good position at the start among 8,000 other cyclists could be disastrous. And the last thing the STP organizers want is a traffic jam before the bicycles even get out of the Kingdome parking lot.
The start of this ride is probably one of the funnest things. I've been down here at the start several years just working at it, and it's really an event. You know, all these people have just gotten themselves out of bed, probably couldn't sleep anyway, and here they are, and they're all down here, you know, getting ready, and they're all hyped now, and they're all ready to go out there, and they're going to go out and hit Airport Way and hit some railroad tracks, and a couple of them are going to take a dump. It's really a rush for these people.
But for now, the sun is up, and the last of the two-day riders are saying goodbye to the Emerald City. The reality of their 200-mile journey is just beginning. The STP route heads south out of Seattle, through Kent, Puyallup, and Tenino, avoiding the congestion of Tacoma and Olympia. The riders head through Centralia and continue south through Winlock and over the Longview Bridge into Oregon. The route continues through St. Helens and Scappoose, and then crosses the Willamette River on the St. John's Bridge into North Portland.
I feel good.
It's early in the ride. Adrenaline is high. Seattle is still visible in the rear-view mirror.
3 years I've been trying to do this.
This the first time?
Trained last year, broke my hand and my kneecap, and I ride better than I walk.
I'd feel better if you guys got in front of me at about 20 miles an hour and let me pace you all the way.
The tendency is to want to go too fast. It is during this part of the ride that cyclists need to set a pace appropriate to ability. As with racehorses, the energy and anxiety have been pent up. But these cyclists have more, far more, than just a lap or two to go.
Yeah, take pictures of his bike. It's nice and shiny.
For some, this will be their second, fifth, or even 10th time on the STP. This year, the event will celebrate its 13th anniversary. Starting back in 1979, it's been held every year except one, 1980, the year Mount St. Helens blew.
It grew from a small group of 200 or 300. It started growing in leaps and bounds to 1,000, then 2,000. Then they went up to about 6,000. Then they went to 8, and 2 years ago they went to 10, and we decided at that point, the Cascade Bicycle Club, who was the prime sponsor, they decided that 10's all the roads can take.
Try on your jacket here for size before you pick up your packet.
One of the highlights of the STP is the Tyvek jacket each rider receives at registration. Until then, the design is a closely guarded secret. No one wants to ride 200 miles and have an ugly jacket to show for it.
Hey, these are neat colors. These are great. I like them better than the last 2 years.
When they register at Bike Expo at the end of February, they're asking about it. And we try to kind of tell them a little bit, but it's pretty much a surprise.
But it's not just the fashion. Riders will for years wear these jackets like a badge of honor. And beautiful or not, many riders feel it's a fashion faux pas or even bad luck to wear the current year's jacket on the ride. But the designer herself has some other thoughts on the subject.
If it's cold and wet, wear it.
And if you're wondering about the jacket design for next year's STP,
it's up here.
For tomorrow, some morning clouds and partly to mostly sunny in the afternoon, and highs ranging from the upper 60s to the mid to upper 70s.
The STP has seen its share of extremes when it comes to weather, and this year looked like another one for the books. Temperatures reached up to 100 degrees early in the week, and this day looked to be a hot one as well.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, especially after Olympia. It's going to be like up in the upper 80s, so be sure to fill up with your water after Olympia.
And while the morning proved to be a cool one, the sun wasn't over the hills yet.
We've been fortunate in one sense that it's been warm for a long time and it's cooled off in the Seattle area, but Portland is still very warm, and I'm afraid that a lot of the people here have a false feeling that it's going to be cool all the way. Once you get past the Puget Sound area, down past Olympia, they're going to have bright sunshine and it's going to be warm, so we're going to do everything we can to try to get people to drink water all along the course.
Most of the riders will be on the course for more than 6 hours, and that means plenty of exposure to the sun. But most came prepared.
I can take it easy. I can take the heat pretty well. I sweat a lot.
Making sure I drink my fluids.
The heat, no problem. Just drink fluids, keep it going. It's going to be fun.
We'll see just how well the cyclists take the heat and have a lot more when our special coverage of the Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic continues.
Hello, I'm Kathy Smith from News 8 with an Earth Alert tip. When it's hot outside this summer, don't cool yourself off by sitting in front of an open refrigerator. It's a waste of electricity. Listen to this expert.
There are many ways to beat the summer's heat without using the Earth's natural resources. Wear light-colored clothing and relax under a shade tree. If you live in a two-story home, why not cool off in the basement? Or try drinking an ice-cold glass of water.
This Earth Alert tip from Channel 8 and Portland General Electric.
And now, sports fans,
the athlete of the old centuries, old Huxtable.
Like father, like son.
And the athlete of the century, young Huxtable.
Happy?
My prayers have been answered. The circle will not be broken.
But will Theo take the handoff?
Here we go. Bye-bye.
Monday at 6:30.
If you're a teacher in grades 1 through 8, KGW TV and your friends at Payless Drugstores invite you to join Channel 8's Weather School, a hands-on learning experience where students are introduced to the world of forecasting, solar energy, wind, rain. The sky's the limit. If you'd like your classroom to participate in this innovative and fun educational opportunity, contact the folks here at KGW TV. Weather School, brought to you by Channel 8 and Payless, the drugstore worth talking about.
Hello, I'm Pete Schulberg from News 8 with an Earth Alert tip. Did you know you could help cool your home on hot days with box fans placed in windows? Listen to this expert.
You can beat the heat this summer by drawing cooler air into your home by placing box fans in the windows. You can also draw warm air out by reversing the fan's flow direction. These simple techniques will help you feel more comfortable during the hot summer's heat.
This Earth Alert tip from Channel 8 and Portland General Electric.
When you think of an impressive athletic feat like pumping 200 miles from Seattle to Portland on pure leg power, you usually conjure up a picture of a lean, lithe, aggressive type, age 20 or 30-something. But folks like that don't have a monopoly on strong legs or on the love of cycling.
I love it. This is my second year. I'm going to do it again next year. I got about 40 more years of this, and I'm going to have to slow down.
850 of these cyclists are 50 years or older. 15 pedal pushers are in their 70s. On the other side of the spectrum, 675 riders are in their teens or younger.
I'll be 13 in July.
Where are you from?
Good, from White Rock, British Columbia.
Diversity in age, diversity in hometowns.
Auburn!
Everett!
Everett!
Where am I from? Go Blazers!
Brooklyn, USA!
Go Iowa Hawkeyes! 2 Iowans here. I think we're the only ones.
Where are you from?
San Diego!
While 7,800 riders are from the state of Washington and 1,600 are from Oregon, New Hampshire, Alaska, Hawaii, Texas, and 32 other states, as well as Canada, are represented here too.
And we want to welcome all the participants to the 1992 STP Seattle Ride to Portland. Oh, yeah.
At the 15-mile mark, riders rolled into their first official rest stop. At this point, the reality of the task ahead still looked like a fun idea.
Feeling really good. This is our first year. So we're like just really raring to go for Portland. We're thinking if we get there and we make it alive, that's cool.
Well, it's my best friend's daughter's. And she cried, but we fought it, you know, we snatched it from her.
For some, the STP means food. Lots of it. Riding 200 miles provides the perfect excuse to pig out. By the time all 8,000 two-day riders coasted through, 1,500 pounds of bananas, 380 pounds of oranges, 600 gallons of Gatorade, and 8,000 cookies would be consumed. But still, that wasn't enough to persuade one rider to continue on.
Just woke up this morning and decided to ride. No training. 15 miles is probably as far as I'll get.
Latte?
So after a cup of Java and a few more carbos, the rolling party continued south. It used to be a story, the snug lycra tights, the wild colors. But now, so many cyclists wear them, and we've grown so accustomed to neon, that the real story this year isn't the trendsetters in lycra, but the trend fighters in fabrics like cotton and rayon.
Soft, loose pants is what I like.
I burn awful easily, so I try to keep at least my legs covered.
No, these are the pro kind.
Even though lycra's been around for just a decade, many in the cycling crowd couldn't imagine life in the saddle without it.
But they're functional, and the seams in anything that isn't designed for bicycling, if it's seamed, the seams are just impossible to ride on. After a while, they rub and they chafe, and they're really difficult.
When you ride a tandem, you gotta be color coordinated.
Definitely got to
If you're gonna spend that much for a bike, you'd rather buy clothes.
Despite the logic of the lycra believers, for some, you just can't beat a pair of roomy plaid shorts.
The sissies wear the lycra ones.
Fashion and function play a role, not just in what you wear, but in what you ride. At the STP, you can see there's more than one way to pedal to Portland. By the standards of many macho cyclists, the STP doesn't have any real hills. But if you want to watch 10,000 pairs of quadriceps strain, this is where to set your chair. Just past Puyallup, 35 miles into the course. It's 1 mile to the top at a 5 to 6% grade.
Just one pedal in front of the other.
I still feel fine.
Good.
I hope I can make it though.
From an outsider's viewpoint, it might seem odd. 900-pound Honda Goldwing motorcycles sharing the road with 25-pound human-powered bicycles. But it's a marriage that works. For the last 4 years, the Goldwingers clubs in Portland and Seattle have volunteered their time to make sure the STP moves right along.
We're not police officers. We are strictly there to help render aid where need be and kind of let the other cars know that these bicyclists are up ahead.
Extra inner tubes. Equipped with inner tubes, first aid kits, and air compressors, the Goldwingers are an answer to a stranded cyclist's prayers. Most Goldwingers will put over 700 miles on their odometers this weekend.
Yeah, but compared to these guys that are pedaling, you know, you just turn the throttle on these things and it makes up for a lot of leg power.
Well, it's nice that he came along. I've actually got enough stuff, but it's nice to put a new tube in just to be sure.
After the weekend is through, the thought of changing another tire starts to wear thin. But their work doesn't go unnoticed.
This is probably the most enjoyable out of all the runs that we do. It's the appreciation we get. We get countless number of letters from people saying, you know, thank you, I couldn't have made it all the way to Portland without you.
And that's why you'll see most of them back next year.
Coming your way.
With 10,000 riders on the road, accidents are bound to happen. But this year, STP organizers want to see that changed. So for the first time, 60 police officers, 50 paramedics, and 50 Bozo Patrol officers will be riding the entire route.
Trying to ensure everybody stops at stop signs, help people get out of their driveways. Sometimes you'll get 30 or 40 riders in a group go past somebody trying to go to the grocery store and nobody wants to stop.
A majority of the problems usually begin on the second day. Two-day riders begin to feel the fatigue and forget the rules of the road. And one-day cyclists forget they're on a ride.
First of all, it's not a race, it's a ride. And we want to try to get away from people racing. Sometimes we'll get pace lines of cyclists following each other. 15, 20, 30 people in a pace line. That's incredibly dangerous and foolish. The third or fourth person goes down in a pace line like that and everybody else behind them piles up. And a lot of injuries occur and such, and we really like to get away from that.
Bozo Patrol, we're out there for peer pressure to keep people in line, to have them follow the rules of the road, to be courteous to drivers, to keep the pace lines down to a short level, stop at railroad tracks and direct traffic for a while so people don't fall. If somebody does get hurt, we stop and assist them until somebody comes along that can, really help them out.
Okay, slow down. Made up of bicyclists from Northwest cycling clubs, the Bozo Patrol is equipped with tickets for those bozos who have a hard time understanding the rules of the road. If more than one ticket is issued, the riders' numbers are written down, and they'll probably find it hard to register for the ride next year. But for all those cyclists obeying the laws, a raffle ticket is given. Good for prizes at the end of the ride.
It's out there to have a good time with everybody else. We just want to get some of the people that are not experienced riders more in line and with rules of the road if they don't know them.
Ride safe, don't be a bozo. By now, the sun was in all its glory, and the mood was a little more serious. For some, the checkpoint outside Spanaway meant a time to catch up on those much-needed Z's, which gave others the advantage in the food line.
With the visor, you have the extra additional banana capacity, and melons too.
With 45 miles behind them, some were taking an attitude check.
Oh, my legs are good.
We'll see about my seat tomorrow.
Others found out why the Spanaway Hill was so difficult.
Look at his fire bracket there. Show him.
See that?
Whoa.
It's supposed to look like that.
While the veterans relaxed and celebrated another successful hill climb,
oh, the worst part's over. The Spanaway Hill is the worst of it all, I think. Oh, it's all downhill from here.
and others shared their war wounds.
Yeah, show them your blood, Ken. Come on.
And then it was time to roll. What's next on our journey? We'll find out as our coverage of the 1992 Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic continues.
Uh-oh. G.I. Joe's is having a 4th of July sale. Look out! Shh. Academy 5-pound oversized sleeping bags are $29.99. Whoa, big fella. Men's or women's Asics gel running shoes are $29.97. And Pennzoil motor oil, $1.09 a quart. Just the thing for a hot summer afternoon. But you better hurry. After the 4th, it's history.
A weather forecast can be a work of art, unless, of course, you blow through it with a whirlwind of information. Whoa! What you want to do is unveil a forecast creatively, making it useful and fun, sort of the pop art of weather forecasts.
If you want a weatherman that works for you, draw on us. News 8. You heard Di dishing the dirt, and it seems the prince's patience has been pushed to its limit, and he's ready to roar. Now, a current affair travels to London to bring you the most recent royal flush as Prince Charles sounds up battle cry and prepares to mount a counterattack to his lady's latest lashing. The exclusive story, Charles Fights Back.
Monday. If it's not dangerous, they won't do it. On the next Good Evening.
It's amazing the number of people you can find who trust their lives with you.
They're fanatical, they're fearless, they're French. See how they've taken excitement to new heights. Then, Rita Rudner has a secret.
I'm naked beneath my clothes. Are you?
See how this lady of laughs got famous for being funny by accident. Plus, weight training for kids. How young is too young? Monday at 7:30 on Channel 8.
Miles into the ride, can't complain about the weather. It's just great, sunny, sure a lot different than last year where we had rain most of the first day. Just been a perfect ride so far, feeling good. Only got about 20 miles to go until we get to Centralia, which is going to be the stop for the night. So if I can just hang on for 20 more miles, I'll be doing fine.
Most of the riders averaged about 4 hours of sleep the night before. The sun has begun to take its toll, and the idea of sleeping on a gym floor is becoming a reality. At this point, the cyclist begins to dream, fantasizing of hot tubs, swimming pools, and massages. Yes, massages. While most caught themselves rubbing their eyes and writing it off as just another mirage, others stopped and took advantage. In the most unlikely spot, for just a $10 fee, all your aches and pains were rubbed, kneaded, and caressed away. Just outside Rainier, Washington, 3 licensed massage technicians fulfilled the fantasy of at least a handful of riders. Whether they ever left the tent outside Rainier, we don't know.
They call me joyful, but I don't feel very joyful right now.
For those that pedaled on, the 75-mile mark arrived with mixed emotions. At this point, the body can take on some strange characteristics.
Stretched rubber bands.
How do your legs feel? Can you describe to me?
They feel fun. I could keep going.
They don't feel like noodles or anything like that?
Well, they start to feel like Jell-O, but I could keep going. It's not like I have to stop.
Fine, except I have a knife in my muscle right back here. That's all.
Then there's the bloat factor. With temperatures up in the 80s, fluid intake is a must.
Well, I got half a gallon of Gatorade and 7 water bottles already. Lots of Gatorade, several bottles of water.
On the average, most of the cyclists we talked to felt great.
Great day, good weather, nice smooth pavement, doing well.
Though some push further on, many cyclists choose Centralia as the end of the road for day one.
It's a great ride. Wonderful time. One of the best times of my life so far. It's been great. Yeah. Yeah. What better just to be camping out with friends and getting exercise and cycling is great.
Melting into the massage table, muscles are squeezed and soothed. The pain of 100 miles fades away. Cyclists who still have some legs find their way to the concession stand to buy t-shirts. Those who are sleeping in the park set up camp and either head out for dinner or make their own. Some cyclists, in search of a little more in the way of shelter, seek out the local Nazarene church and roll out their sleeping bags on the floor. The traditional spaghetti feed is served upstairs by church members. But those riders who choose to pamper their hard-working bodies, those that had the foresight to book the necessary year in advance, retire in the luxury of the Candlelight Mansion bed and breakfast. But whether it's on a soft bed or the hard earth, cyclists will have no problem falling asleep tonight. It is 4 o'clock on Sunday morning, and the one-day riders have gathered at the Kingdome parking lot. The reality of covering 200 miles in less than 24 hours is beginning to sink in.
I feel really good. Kind of, I guess, excited, you know, so I got the adrenaline's a little pump, so I feel good, even though I'm dead tired.
Pre-race jitters type of stuff. I've raced before, and I get these butterflies all the time. I usually have to run to the bathroom every couple minutes.
I've known for flat tires, so yeah, so if I can make it 200 miles without a flat tire, I'd feel pretty accomplished.
For some, it will be a ride, but for a majority of the 1,000 cyclists gathered here, it's unofficially an all-out race to the finish.
This day, yeah, it is. More people go out and try to ride it hard. We have 6 people in our group, so we have a pace line, and we're going out to really ride it hard.
This is an elite bunch of riders. Even their bicycles look fast. Most will complete the ride in 9 to 14 hours, averaging 18 to 25 miles an hour the entire way. And most of them couldn't think of a better way to spend their Sunday.
We've been riding together for almost a year now, so we're just out there to have a lot of fun. Keep kidding, we're probably the most talkative group that there is out there.
Many of the cyclists logged only a few hours of sleep the night before, but now they're grabbing every last bit of food they can. This is a day where strategies come into play.
Just to take it slow out the front and just keep it steady, and if you have a line, try to keep your line together and avoid people that look like they're really treacherous riders. As you start to hit the 2-day riders, try to keep your alertness up because they're really tired on their second day, and we're just kind of going for the end.
Just trying to keep from overdoing it off the start and trying to keep ourselves paced and stuff, and that's probably the biggest concern right now. So.
And the weather can significantly affect a cyclist's performance, adding extra hours on the course.
Oh yeah, weather, within an hour, if you buck in a headwind like we did the last part of last year, it's, takes a lot more time.
But most of these seasoned athletes know No matter how many training rides they take or bagels they eat, there's no getting around the pain.
Sore, pain, exhilaration, just at, having done something that not a whole lot of people do. I don't want to be one of a kind, but maybe one of a select few.
The finish is just 200 miles away. Who will make it? And what about those two-day riders? We'll find out the answers and more when our special coverage of the 1992 Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic continues.
The STP Adventure is brought to you by G.I. Joe's, your sports and auto store.
Ever wonder what your favorite celebrities are really like?
Hey, you and I out of the town.
We could do well, Rich. But what they really think.
Tell me the truth. Could you take up Barbara Walters' interview? No. Okay.
Then turn to Regis and Kathy Lee.
You know what I wish I had that he has?
Yes.
And get the inside scoop
I always look good in my nightgown.
on Live.
Rich, you devil, you.
Weekdays at 9, right here on Channel 8.
Sports come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and since not everyone has the same kind of taste, I've got a lot of critics out there to keep satisfied. That's why I like to dabble in a little bit of everything. Hey, you with the pencil, do you mind? Thank you. And while we want to show all of the masterpieces, I can think of some stuff that isn't quite so pretty, but it's still pretty entertaining.
For sports coverage that works and plays for you, draw on us, News 8 Sports.
Hello, I'm Kathy Smith from News 8 with an Earth Alert tip. When it's hot outside this summer, don't cool yourself off by sitting in front of an open refrigerator. It's a waste of electricity. Listen to this expert.
There are many ways to beat the summer's heat without using the Earth's natural resources. Wear light-colored clothing and relax under a shade tree. If you live in a two-story home, why not cool off in the basement? Or try drinking an ice-cold glass of water.
This Earth Alert tip from Channel 8 and Portland General Electric. The drought is wreaking havoc, and if it hasn't affected your everyday life, it will soon. Beginning Tuesday on News 8 at 5, we're going across the state to bring you human stories behind the drought statistics. Last spring, we forecast the problem. News 8 was the first to provide you regional in-depth reports. Now, we're following through with complete coverage again. Join us Tuesday at 5, and you'll know why there isn't a drop to spare.
People got up in the room at 4:45 this morning. That's early. That's early. They wanted to beat the heat.
It's the morning of day 2, and sleeping bags are set out to dry because the cyclists who camped in the park were surprised by an impromptu performance. A thunderstorm in the wee hours of the night.
Oh, we had a lot of thunder and lightning, and then our tent got real wet inside and outside.
Oh, you heard a lot of oohs and ahs.
There was quite a bit of lightning and a lot of thunder, lots of rain. Our tent is soaked.
Yeah, it just lit up the sky like a camera flash or something.
Yeah, light show. Yeah, God's laser show.
While not all the cyclists witnessed the storm, many of them can testify to another cycling hazard.
Hardest thing about this whole race is this bicycle seat.
The second day and my butt hurts. It hurts very bad. I don't think I can say it on camera.
Nothing a little powder won't cure.
So far, I've done a couple wheel trues, a couple tire replacements. It's been real quiet. It's the way I like to see it.
Meet the STP's version of the Maytag repairman. Yesterday, this mini stop was filled with broken spokes, flat tires, and bad brakes. Today,
Definitely a little quieter. I think the people are more prepared today. They're going to do it in one day, so they're ready. Their bikes are in good shape. Their spirits are up. They're ready.
this is just one of the differences between the 1- and 2-day riders.
I call the one-dayers animals because they're going to do 200 miles in one day.
These animals travel in packs as well. It's called a pace line. 5 to 25 riders using one another to pull each other to the finish line. The idea is to take turns leading the pack. The leader dictates the pace and breaks the wind for the other riders, pulling them in his draft. After the leader has done his share of the work, he drops back and lets the next in line take charge. There's no room for conversation, and each of the stops is carefully planned and timed.
Just about 10 minutes. Then we get the halfway mark, maybe a half-hour stop.
As for the weather, today conditions aren't a factor. Cool, with light winds. Ideal.
Great. The weather's perfect for it out here. We're just having a good time. And we should hit Portland about 6:30 or 7.
Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Back at the Kingdome on day one, we met a group of cycling firefighters from Spokane, calling themselves Team Heat.
There's actually 6 people in there.
Little did we know at the time that Team Heat would become Team Hero before the event was over. What they accomplished by cycling paled compared to the contribution they made early in the morning of day 2, just before Napavine.
They had 4 paramedics, firemen from the Spokane area. All I know is one's name was a Bill Pritchard, and there was a Dr. Dave Ott involved. There was 1 lady fireman involved somewhere in the line. They spotted a house fire. 2 of the gentlemen went in the house, pulled the lady out of the house, covered her face with their STP jacket of all things.
When we left her, she was in real good condition. She's got some first and second degree burns on her hands and her back. Just burn her clothes up a little bit and singed the hair off her head. She's doing real well.
Oh, it was smoke rolling out this window, flames. It was going. It was gone.
Though the victim required hospitalization for second and third degree burns, it could have been much worse.
It's a good thing, because if the bicyclers hadn't have been there, it could have really been a nasty one. She would have probably more likely been still in the house and went down from smoke inhalation.
They probably saved her life, I would think, because she was burned. Her hair was all burned. Her nightgown was burned. It was lucky.
The people that were riding by at the time that everything was happening took up a spontaneous collection, and it was mostly in loose change quarters from all the riders that were going by, the bicycle riders. They collected over $100 to help her out. Oh. Yeah. News is traveling fast on it, from what I understand. Yeah. But she is okay. She was unconscious at the time, and things will be okay on her.
There are many towns along the STP route, so what makes Winlock, Washington memorable? In a nutshell, it's an egg.
And it is the largest egg in the world.
Not only is the egg a grade A enormous, but it's new. The previous Winlock egg had faded and was always misshapen. According to experts, the new version is more aesthetically appealing.
It wasn't exactly egg-shaped.
Not exactly.
No, and it wasn't very white either. No.
And it had deteriorated. You know, eggs, they don't hold up well.
No, the sun pretty much destroyed the last egg we had.
This egg is exactly what we had hoped for.
Yes, Winlock raised many chickens and eggs in years gone by, but the town has another, more relevant claim to fame. Though their math may seem a little scrambled, according to the locals, in relation to Portland and Seattle, Winlock is
exactly halfway.
When you start your day at 4 a.m., lunch arrives around 8 in the morning, at least if you're riding 200 miles in one day.
I don't think there's really any lunch or breakfast. It's just continually refueling.
Well, $8,000 worth of food is how much we had, and we've gone through almost all of it.
No, this is kind of like breakfast. Well, it's like breakfast B. I have breakfast A at home.
Remember, these one-day riders will be on the road for 9 to 14 hours, and keeping the body well nourished is critical. But for these cyclists, the real challenge is to refuel as quickly as possible.
15 minutes max. I try to keep it under 15 minutes.
Oh, hopefully not too much longer than 10. I got some friends here, so...
We decided to see if
going
Jeff
pretty fast.
Dagner from Portland could meet the challenge.
See you later.
Hey, 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, not bad. I just gotta find everybody.
Rising 200 feet above the Columbia River, the Longview Bridge triggers mixed emotions for cyclists. For one thing, it's a very steep climb. For another, it's crowded.
It's exciting that. You're up there a couple hundred feet, you got semis next to you. Okay.
But coming down the other side can be a thrill. While many of the STP cyclists are riding racing bikes or touring bikes, a growing number are using mountain bikes, like this Iron Horse from G.I. Joe's. Originally designed for off-road use, they've become increasingly popular in recent years for commuting around town or just pedaling around the neighborhood. With their upright positioning and big tires, they're very comfortable to ride. And they come equipped with a triple chainring and 21 gears, which makes it easy to climb hills. Many cyclists have found that if you take the big knobby tires off and put on slicks, the mountain bike becomes a very efficient road bike and quite comfortable for rides like the STP. Every Tuesday night, now through September 8th, the G.I. Joe Cycling Series provides racing for U.S. Cycling Federation categories and novices at Portland International Raceway. Novices are encouraged to come out and learn proper riding and racing technique under the watchful eye of the cycling team members.
These bronzed beauties live for the sun.
Everyone says, oh, where'd you get your tan? It looks so great.
But Barbara almost died for it.
This is the results.
Doesn't risking death bother these sun worshippers?
Can't always be worrying about everything because it'll drive you crazy.
But actress Susan Anton disagrees.
When you're young, you just think it's never going to end.
She asks, is a tan worth your life?
Don't kid yourself.
Next, Sally.
Monday at 4 on Channel 8.
July 27th, do something wonderful for children in Oregon. Participating local restaurants will donate a portion of proceeds to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Oregon. That means part of the tab will go directly toward granting wishes to children with life-threatening illnesses.
Wishes like going to Disneyland, bikes, dolls.
So, when you go out on Make-A-Wish Monday,
you'll be helping to grant wishes to children all over Oregon.
Sure will. Ready to go?
Uh-huh.
What'd you wish for?
I wish everybody eats out on Make-A-Wish Monday.
Portland's rivers used to be littered with pollution you could see and smell. A major cleanup more than 20 years ago improved things, but not enough. Today, our rivers are still contaminated with sewage, chemical waste, and heavy metals. They're hard to see, so most of us don't realize the danger they pose to fish and wildlife and to you and me. This Toxic Waters map by Riverwatch makes the invisible visible. Pick up one at Powell's, Earth Mercantile, or Nature's to find out where this pollution comes from and how you can help finish the river cleanup.
Where do we get a treat so cool it's hot? Dairy Queen. It's the original Blizzard flavor treat. Cool and creamy, smooth, soft serve, blended with your favorite fruit, cookie, or candy flavors, like Hydrox cookies, Nerds candy, or Reese's peanut butter cups. The one and only Blizzard flavor treat. We give you taste, we give you value, we treat you right. Dairy Queen.
For the one-day riders, the day is half over. One of the biggest milestones has been achieved, the 100-mile mark. But in a ride that is 200 miles long, reaching the halfway point is a mixed blessing. There are still 100 miles to go.
Well, I'll be happy when the next 100's done.
So far, so good. Tired. Great. The end's only 4.5 hours away, right?
I'm not feeling too good, but at least it's cool.
Feels like I can do another 110.
No problem.
Just sailing. It's a great day. No wind, perfect conditions.
Many of the one-day riders have traveled these roads before. For others, this is their first time, and the fear of the unknown is beginning to sink in. At this point in the ride, all the cyclists pay close attention to their bodies. Without the proper food and fluids, the next mile could be their last. In running, it's called hitting the wall. In cycling, it's called bonking.
Have I ever bonked? I'd say I did last year.
What's it feel like when you bonk?
Well, instead of going 18 miles an hour, you drop down to 12 or 13 miles an hour, and you stop quite a bit too to rest.
Oh yes, and it hurts. The knees and the leg muscles, they don't recover after a climb. Just general pain and tiredness. I haven't fallen asleep on my bike yet, but it's felt like it.
Drinking before you are thirsty and eating before you're hungry are two of the best ways to assure you won't bonk. For years, the favorite rest stop on the STP has been hosted by these women. Though they used to set up at the Hoffman Dairy, the change to this new site in Goebel hasn't changed riders' opinions on the quality of the hospitality.
Oh, I'm glad this rest stop is here because they said it wasn't going to be here this year.
Yes, you can receive a massage here, but if you're like this gentleman, you won't need one.
Well, I was going to get in line for the massage tables, but I saw you coming and I knew that the media would be the massage.
Charming hosts 3,300 cookies, but the most delightful aspect of this ride for most cyclists?
The hay bales, the blankets, because they're tired when they get here. They can stretch out and sleep for a few hours.
I love this bed effect. I think this is just the best. I think this is just the best. This is downright dangerous. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get up.
The Goebel Pit Stop Message Center allows for vital communication between cyclists who may have drifted miles apart.
My brother, he's our transportation. He took off over in Centralia and we haven't seen him since.
And even when the communications are less vital, the Goebel Message Board keeps cyclists abreast of what's happening on the course. While the riders do their best to rest and rejuvenate for the final 35-mile push, locals inside the Goebel Tavern pursue other goals. There's a mix of wonder and respect when the subject turns to the cyclist passing just outside the door.
I think they're all right. It's kind of crazy, I think. I wouldn't pedal from Seattle to Portland myself, but whatever. Different strokes for different folks, you know, whatever.
I think they've got a lot of guts to do what they're doing because it's more work than I'd want to go through.
By now, the gap has closed between the one-day and two-day riders. From here on out, they will be sharing the road. And with 10,000 participants, that road can get very small. This is when fatigue sets in for both groups. And with the margin of error smaller than ever, problems can arise. But both groups share a common goal. And at this point, it doesn't matter much which day they left the Kingdome parking lot. The finish line is in sight.
Uh-oh. G.I. Joe's is having a 4th of July sale. Look out! Shh. Academy 5-pound oversized sleeping bags are $29.99. Whoa, big fella. Men's or women's Asics gel running shoes are $29.97. And Pennzoil motor oil, $1.09 a quart. Just the thing for a hot summer afternoon. But you better hurry. After the 4th, it's history.
The drought is wreaking havoc.
And if it hasn't affected your everyday life, it will soon. Beginning Tuesday on News 8 at 5, we're going across the state to bring you human stories behind the drought statistics. Last spring, we forecast the problem. News 8 was the first to provide you regional in-depth reports. Now, we're following through with complete coverage again. Join us Tuesday at 5, and you'll know why there isn't a drop to spare.
And now, sports fans,
the athlete of the old centuries, old Huxtable.
Like father, like son.
And the athlete of the century, young Huxtable. Happy? My prayers have been answered. The circle will not be broken.
But will Theo take the handoff?
Here we go. Bye-bye.
Monday at 6:30. An expanded version of the STP Adventure with even more STP coverage is now available on VHS home video. You'll see more highlights of the ride and interviews with the cyclist. If you rode the STP this year, you'll want to save the memories with this exciting VHS tape. If you've ever participated in the STP or have ever thought of riding in the STP, this tape is for you at a special price of only $19.95. Order now by mailing your check or money order to STP Video. Post Office Box 42266, Portland, Oregon 97242. That's STP Video, Post Office Box 42266, Portland, Oregon 97242. Order now and save $5 off regular price with free shipping and handling. The STP Video, over an hour of exciting coverage of the 1992 Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic, with extra interviews and video coverage not included in the television program. Order now for just $19.95. The STP Video. It makes a great present for the cycling enthusiast in your family.
They have pushed and strained for 200 miles. The finish line is just ahead.
The best part? Right now, you're looking at it.
Rolling into the Red Lion Hotel at Jansen Beach, the cyclists are given a souvenir badge to wear with honor. The end is finally here.
I'm done. It's over. It was great.
I'm gonna go drink a couple of beers.
Eat. What do you want more than about going home?
With loved ones there to greet them, the cyclists are ready to celebrate at the Finish Line Festival, with food for every craving and massage technicians to work on every aching muscle. For the one-day riders, it is a place to swap stories and compare times.
So I guess I did it. 11 hours 45.
I got my road rash, and I got my bad elbow, and I got a nice little bad road rash, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Well, that was a great ride. I started out at 6:30 in the morning, finished here in Portland at 4:30 in the afternoon. My shirt's splattered with mud, I've got a rear wheel that's wobbling, and I have some muscles that are going to feel awfully sore in the morning, but right now I feel great. Thanks again for joining us for our special coverage of the Seattle to Portland Bicycle Classic. If you've ever thought about a weekend bike trip, try the STP. You'll meet wonderful people and have a great time. I'm David Gillett. Thanks again for watching.
The STP Adventure has been brought to you by G.I. Joe's, your sports and auto store. Accommodations provided by the Red Lion Hotel at SeaTac.